Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. This is Autofox 5.0. This is my Mustang here, 91 GT 50 with a AOD transmission. I've got a stall converter in it, 2800 to 3200 stall, and ever since I put the stall converter in it, I've been having some heating issues. I've seen temperatures around the range of at a cruising speed of around 180, but whenever you're in a hard pull, an extended time going uphill, I see my temperatures start to climb. I see them get transmission temps to get in the range of 210-ish, and I did put an external cooler on it, but it seems like I just need a little bit extra. So I asked a question online about coolers and about what people might recommend, and this style of cooler that I bought is one that comes probably pretty well highly recommended. This brand, I guess the jury's still out on it. So I wanted to do a quick unboxing, and then when I get it installed, we'll do a ride down the road, and I'll show you what kind of temperatures that I'm seeing. Okay, this right here is what we ended up with. I hope I'm saying this name right. I pronounce it like Mishimoto. Says big truck power. But this is a pretty good sized transmission cooler. And to get this tape off of this box here, we'll see exactly what's in the box here. See what we're dealing with. Now, I've not done this much with one hand before. Wow. Well, I tell you what, it sure is a lot more cooler than what I've got on it right now. Yeah, I got some mountain hardware there. Yeah, man. Yeah, that is a heck of a cooler. That is pretty nice. I hope you can see that well there. And like I said, I hope to get this thing installed within the next little while. And when I get it on there, we're going to give it a ride down the road, and we'll see how it does. Stay tuned. Okay, I've been busy here getting the transmission cooler installed on the car, and as you can see, I finally got it mounted up. I've got it installed in place where I want it. With the supplied hardware with this kit, I was able to get it and able to put it in and do a pretty fair job. I've still got this old zip tie on here, which I had just to hold it in place while I positioned it. Need to get that removed. But I was able to use one of these little bolts here, which is right here on my condenser, which my air conditioning doesn't work at the time, but I do want to get that fixed. So being able to mount it and keep the condenser in is exactly what I wanted to do. And I've got it fixed up at the bottom with the same brackets, just bent around and hooked into the radiator support. The only two issues now is that my existing transmission lines are not long enough to hook to these fittings at the top. So I've got a box right over here from Jegs that has got what I need to help me with that job. I've got some transmission line here, and I've got a flaring tool and a tubing bender. I'm going to make my own transmission lines to fit and try to position them in a place to where I don't have to use as much rubber line, no more than necessary. There's also one other thing, which leads me to this product that I just got today also. Since we put that big transmission cooler in, the original power steering cooler, which is basically just, a loop of metal line, which bolts right here, it's no longer going to work. So that is one other issue that I had. Hopefully, this cooler here will do a heck of a lot more cooling than what I had before. This is what I had. I'm going from this cooler, which is, roughly just a little bit wider than my hand, of course, to this bad boy. That's a monster of a cooler in comparison. The old cooler, it would do a little bit, but on a hard, steady pull, it just wouldn't hardly keep up. So I will let you know, hopefully in the near future, just how it does and how it performs. Well, guys, as you can plainly see, old Autofox is back on the jack stands again. As you probably guessed, it's not the best of news. When I got the cooler in, everything seemed to be going fine. On the first voyage down the road, you know, no leaks, no nothings. The cooling system seemed to be doing its job. And when it went to go into third gear, I had nothing. You know, I don't know what exactly is wrong. I'm not an expert on these transmissions. I will tell you, you know, I did rebuild it myself. That's kind of part of what inspired me to make the channel. It was the first transmission that I've ever built in my life. So, hey, I may have done something wrong. But at the same time, I've learned. And at the same time, I'm going to tear into it again and see what went wrong. Because that's kind of part of what we do. You know, nobody should ever buy a Fox body or any other older car thinking that they're never going to work on it. Or they should never go into it with the attitude, well, I'll just do this and be done with it. I don't know what you could do that you would just be done with it. I don't know what you could do to one of these cars that you could say, hey, if I buy this part, this one part, everything will be okay from there on out. I've never found that it works that way. You know, it's kind of a love-hate relationship with this hobby, with these cars. And, you know, I'm not hating it. It is what it is. I hope that you'll tune in. I hope that you'll watch and see exactly what went wrong with my transmission. I knew that I had been heating. I thought that the cooler was the answer. And when I emptied the pan, yeah, I saw clutch material. I do know enough to know what that is. I saw no metal, but I saw clutch material. This time, whenever we drop the pan again, we'll see what we find. At least this time I have a drain plug, because I did spring for a finned aluminum pan. I do have I put a trick flow pan to give me one more quart capacity. So at least this time I have a drain plug. That is one plus to doing this job again. I'll make a few more videos and I'll show you what's wrong with it when we get to tearing it down. Document it all, and you know, at this time I don't hardly have any viewers, but that's okay. Maybe one of these days somebody will come across an old crazy fat guy, and a fat man that lays under foxes a whole lot may get a little, you know, interested in this video and decide to check it out and say, hey, there's a guy that's had a little bit of my luck. Here I am.